Hey guys, I am Miss Radically Accept, and this is DBT. Today, we are going to be talking about emotion regulation again. The first step in emotion regulation is recognizing your emotions. Now, it sounds really simple, but honestly, it's very difficult to recognize your emotions sometimes. Most of the time, people spend a lot of time not paying attention to their initial feelings and what's going on with them, and they don't really see that anything's wrong until the tidal wave of emotions that happen after. And by that time, there is not really anything you can really do to fix that. Um, to control the overwhelming emotions, first you need to recognize what you're feeling. And to do that, you need to slow down like how you're feeling it, like slow down the emotional process to recognize what's going on, basically, because many times we get into this big like clusterfuck of emotions that we can't get out of because we're not attending to the first problem, or we're not attending to the first feelings that we had. So we need to slow down, recognize what we're doing, recognize what's happening, how we're feeling, and then we are capable of moving on from that. Um, blah, blah, blah. The key to this is being 100% honest about how you feel and what's going on. Um, Sometimes we get into this idea that we didn't do anything wrong or that it's everyone else's fault, and really, like, we did something, or we sometimes we cause more problems than we think we do, or that we like to admit that we do. So we need to be 100% honest, especially in this. In anything, we should be honest. Um, the purpose of this is to discover how your emotions, or discover what you're emotionally feeling, both your primary and secondary emotions. Um, to do this, you need to ask yourself a series of questions, and I will have a worksheet. I'll have a link underneath and everything. But this is basically what you're going to be asking yourself. So if you just want to write it down, or just look at their worksheet and print it out after. Um, do whatever you want. Basically, you're going to ask yourself, what happened? What was the situation that made whatever that's going on? What happened? 2, why do you think that situation happened? Now, be 100% honest. Don't just be like, well, it happened because my dad's retarded, or it happened because my mom just doesn't understand me. Like, there is a reason why a situation happened, and it could be you, it could be them, it could be something that's out of your control, whatever. You need to be 100% honest why the situation happened. Like, sometimes parents get upset because we raise our voice in a way, like, the way you ask for something, or not even parents, just like anyone. The way you ask something, your body language, your tone, it could be that. Um, that could be why a situation escalated and why someone reacted a certain way. You need to be 100% honest on what exactly caused the situation. And it could not be you, but just in general, like, be honest if it was you. 3, how did the situation make you feel, both emotionally and physically? So that kind of explains itself. 4, what did you want to do as a result of how you felt? So what was your first thought? Like, what did you want to do first? 5, what did you do and say? So sometimes we think certain things and we want to do certain things, but we don't, and we rethink it and we do something else or say something else. And this could be caused by our secondary emotions or our primary. Usually the first thing you want to do is your primary emotion, and then your second, the thing you actually do or actually say, depending on like your process, is going to be your secondary emotion, what you've worked up to. some people just do stuff, but some people actually kind of think about it, and depending on how healthy your process is, sometimes the secondary thing is better, sometimes it's not so better. So that's kind of why this is here. 6, how did your emotions and actions affect you later? So after you did or said whatever you did, what happened? Like, did you get in trouble? Or, were you fired? Were you grounded? Did something get taken away? Were you rewarded? Maybe something good happened because you did the process in a healthier way. It all is different, and it's not something that like you have to show somebody. Like, it's just something for you to keep record on. So being 100% honest, it's being 100% honest to yourself, not to me or to anyone else. It's for you. Like, this isn't for anyone else. So, that's basically what this is just asking, slowing down the process, figuring out what happened, what was triggering, what made you feel the way that you feel and how you reacted, so that you can see after a while. Because if you keep doing it and you keep looking at situations, and it doesn't have to be a situation you're in right now, it could be a situation from before, anything. Once you start writing this down and tracking how you feel and what you've been, how you react to certain situations, you have like almost just all this stuff that tells you, what you usually do. And then if you look at that and you assess that that's something that you don't want to do anymore, or that's something that you don't feel is productive, there's a lot of stuff. I know that when I was at home, I got myself into a lot of trouble at home just because of my attitude most of the time. And I didn't see that. I saw it as everyone else was wrong, and I don't understand why everyone is being so like ridiculous because how I feel is right. And sometimes I was right, but not all the time. And when I sat down and looked at like how my attitude was affecting things, like it wasn't helping anything. It wasn't helping the situation that was happening. It didn't make anything better. If anything, it got me in more trouble than anything. And by sitting down and assessing that these situations, and this is how I react, I worked on ways to move in a different direction, so that when the conversation was over, even though I could make it clear that I was not happy with whatever it was, or that whatever it was wasn't something that I necessarily liked, I came out not getting in trouble. You can say something and not have it be like aggressive and hostile. And some people have a really hard time with that. I know that I do. But anyway, that's what this is for. This is to help assess those things so you can later make small changes to make the situation better in the end. Like I said, I will leave a link to this worksheet and probably another worksheet that is helpful, which is just kind of stating what you're emotionally feeling at the time, and then later going back and writing down the situation and how you felt and if you said it out loud. Because sometimes saying out loud how you feel can be helpful, because it's hearing it, it's making it real. When you hear it, or when you hear it and you say it and you see it, it makes it real. Sometimes when it's just in your head, it's not as, it's not solid. It kind of waves around. At least I know it does for me. So, like I said, I will have that down in the link below. If you have any questions, or you like this video or have a comment or anything, leave it below or send me a message. Make sure to subscribe, like. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great week. Bye, guys.